Hey, Alan, I'll try anything once, man.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Today we're talking episode 7 of The Traitors, and Love is Blind comes out in 1 week.
That's right,
Yeah.
Valentine's.
All right, so the Traitors are hanging out in the turret, as always, discussing who they're gonna murder.
And then they can't even get a damn figured out.
Yeah.
But, like, this is different from any other time they've been
I
up
know,
there.
this is like the worst, though. I mean, it kind of leads us to believe they're not going to pick anybody for a minute.
Yeah, for a minute.
Like,
But
shit.
Rob initially throws out Derrick because Derrick challenged him.
And Danielle's like, no, I love Derrick. I love him. Can't have him.
No, please no Derrick. Please no Derrick.
And then he mentions Dylan, right? Kind of Dylan's name comes up. Sam's name comes up.
Yeah, I mean, he mentions Derrick, then he mentions, and I'm sitting here thinking, no, not Derrick. No, not Dylan. Like,
Now,
I don't want these people to go because it's entertaining to watch
Now,
this
somebody
show.
did post in our comments that it would have been cool if he had picked Dylan because he knew Dylan had a shield, right? So if he picked Dylan and then, like, they found out that, oh, Dylan was targeted, but he didn't die because he had a shield, it would have been like, well, Rob knew Dylan had a shield, so Rob must not be the traitor, right? And I was like, that's actually a pretty good point.
I think that's a risk, though, and then you don't get rid of anyone, so...
Yeah, it was definitely a risk.
But
I
it
don't
would have
know.
maybe taken some heat off, which he needed a
Well,
week of reprieve.
Maybe you don't go and kill Derrick here. You know?
Yeah, I thought Derrick
that's
was a
true,
bold
too.
move, but as we see with Boston Rob, his plan is always to just do what makes him look bad and say other people are trying to make him look bad.
So they throw a lot of names out, and Danielle's not really down for any of them.
No.
No.
Like, who's
Not
she
as Carolyn,
ever down
really.
for, you know?
Right, exactly.
So...
Rob
Right, yeah. Or Carolyn.
Yeah.
or Carolyn, yeah.
So they're still not trusting really each other at this
Oh,
point.
not at all,
Yeah.
man.
So now they go to breakfast, and then I think it's like Gabby's like throwing Ivar out there. Well, Ivar's
Gabby's
already
like-
sitting at the table.
Gabby's like, I wasn't expecting Ivar to make it past last week. And Ivar's like, yeah, I'm still here alive. And she's like, oh, shit.
I feel like he was not going to be here yesterday.
And I'm here today.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
So-
He's like, it's a good thing you didn't say anything bad about me.
yeah, and they get down, and now it's like Dylan, Derrick, and I think Rob is not in the group. So and I'm like, oh no, Dylan or Derrick?
I know.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Because really, we're starting to get rid of like all the good people in the show that are making the show interesting, right? So it's like, damn, they're just dwindling the numbers of the good folks down.
Yeah, all the vocal like faithfuls are getting like taken out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a shame. So, and then we come to find out Derrick got murdered because he challenged Rob, and Rob don't like that.
Yeah, that's right. And then Rob came to the agreement with Danielle and Carolyn, like, hey, let's reset again for like the 77,000th time. Hey, y'all just agree with me this time. And everybody shook hands and kumbaya.
I don't understand why like Carolyn's all of a sudden cool with Derrick leaving. Like, how does that do anything
Yeah.
for her?
No,
I really don't know. I think there's some kind of like, the little red Staples button. I think they have like a reset button up there. They're like, every night we're going to hit this and we're just going to do what Rob wants.
And it's all-
because that's really all it is.
It's all
Right.
fake, so I mean, they really need to start thinking about backing each other up because that's 3 votes on somebody if they're on the same team.
Well, of course, Danielle turns on the waterworks, and starts bawling like,
Oh my gosh, it was so much. I do think she was genuinely sad that he was gone, and that but it was just so much.
Well, but it's funny the conversation the girls had after, and they're all talking, and like Chrishell and what's her name? The other girl was talking about it. Damn. Anyway, they're all chatting about it, and she's like, he's not really dead, Like what the hell? Is she
Gabby, I think Gabby.
Yeah, it might have been Gabby, but yeah, I was just like, yeah, no kidding. Like, what the hell is she crying so much about?
So now, of course, Rob plays the one card he has, and he says, they're trying to frame me, which Derrick predicted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Derrick caught a spot on.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, of course, we see that Dylan's kind of like, yep.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting because like Dylan goes to Rob and essentially tells him
Exactly.
to play.
Yes.
You know what I
exactly
mean?
what Derrick said.
Well, because this is the funny thing is like Dylan really doesn't believe that Rob is a traitor So he's going to him with all this information. But it seems like Dylan, he probably would be open to hearing that he's a traitor, but this is his ally. So that's who he's got to go to. That's the guy he's trusting.
Well, then, of course, he's telling Rob the other name that that Derrick threw out there. He's like, well, Derrick did say Britney, too, so.
So, like, Rob is now like, I need to latch on to this.
Thank you very
like
much.
this.
He's like, I needed a name. I got it. Let's move on.
Yeah, so that puts things in motion from here.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny, too, because, like, Tom's, like, coming out as they're talking, and he kind of joins in, and he gets, like, kind of pissed with Dylan after that. Because he's like, what are you doing? Like, that's a traitor.
Well, it's funny, because he kind of, like, walks in on those two talking in the hallway, and he's drinking the scene. He's like, he just follows them. He's
it's like, he's like, am I part of this or not, or what? But
then they're like, yeah, come on in and sit down.
Yeah, Tom can't figure out why Dylan can't see it.
Yeah, well, then Tom's even telling Rob, like, bro, like, you're obviously the most guilty person here.
He's like, you are a traitor.
The crazy thing is Derrick kind of outlined it for him.
Yeah.
Totally.
So, yeah. I'm kind of surprised he told Rob that information. But
I think poor Dylan just does not want to believe it.
No, he doesn't want to believe it at all.
All right, and then we have the mission, time to partner up.
Yeah.
See, now this was probably one of the best competitions we've seen so far, right? There's some Fear Factor action in this one. You know? So that was pretty good.
I thought this was the best one. I mean, the holding hands and with all the bugs and everything else.
Well, because the first one he explained it, I was like, how lame is this going to be? Is it going to hold hands?
Yeah, just hold hands for 8 minutes. I'm like, what's the catch here?
Yeah. Well, when they said that, I was like, no, there's something that's going to prevent them from wanting to hold their hands. Like, and then when I saw the box and they had to be in the box and then they had the goggles, I was like, no. I don't know. And I would have been just like, what's her name? Who pulled her hand up.
Chrishell was out in like 15 seconds.
That would have been me.
Well, because her and Dolores is partnered up. Yeah, as soon as they busted out the first setup with the millipedes, man, she was done. She's like, nope.
I don't even think it touched her. So.
And then, of course, Dolores was pissed. Dolores was like, that's not good.
Yeah, yeah, unfortunately, I would like to think that I could be the brave person. Like the strategy of just not looking and pretending. And Rob was doing great.
Dude, Rob was gold, man. Like
he wasn't bothered at all.
No, dude.
No, but he was doing great supporting his partner.
Oh, he was. He's helped Ciara big time, and she was like grossed out. He's like, dude, just close your eyes. He's like,
talking about food.
He's like, what's your birthday? She's like, December 23rd. He's like, oh shit, I was born on Christmas.
And then he's like, we're gonna go to dinner in New York, right? Where are we going to eat? Like, and she's answering the question.
He's like, Bill Parmesan.
He's like, I love Bill.
I mean, and it was working. He was very supportive.
I mean, that might even help himself. Like, transported himself to that restaurant. So,
I mean, they're bringing out the snakes and everything. Rob's like, whatever, dude. They're just putting stuff on him.
Yeah.
He's the whole time he's just trying to console her.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man,
but she did good. And the other one that really impressed me on this one was Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
well, I mean, they all impressed me because I think almost all of them make it to 8 minutes.
The only ones that pulled was freaking Chrishell.
Yeah, I did feel like it would have been that
But the
person,
bugs things, that would have been the worst, I feel.
See what though, man?
They just dump them on you unexpectedly.
I was digging some of those outfits, man. Freaking Tom's outfit was really cool, man. Like Rob's outfit. The ladies had some nice outfits. I was like, damn, they did it up.
Yeah, I love the red and black. And like Tom looked like he had like a voodoo outfit with the hat on and stuff like that.
That was just a nice little reservoir for all those bugs.
Dylan was looking good. Rob, I really like his outfit. So
Dylan was enjoying it. He's like, give me more bugs. He was like, these don't bother me at all.
Dylan's like, this is what I do for fun.
Yeah.
Which, okay.
He's like, oh man, that thing's cool. Look at it crawling on my hand.
And of course, the ladies look good in their red outfits and stuff.
Oh yeah, they did.
But this was an intense one. And like when they were dumping the bugs and they're crawling all over the hair, and like Tom's top hat, I thought that would have been good because it'd protect you from the bugs. But they were all over that thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know how I would have survived.
He said like bugs and sawdust all over that head.
Yeah, and they're talking about like some of the bugs getting in their ears and.
No.
Well, I remember mentioning like, I mean, what happens to them damn things are like crawling up their arm when they're getting their head in there, you know?
Well, the ladies are saying they're in my bra. Like Britney, I told you, Britney's funny. She's like, that thing went straight to second base.
They're going into my bra, okay? Super invasive here, non-consensual. They sprinted to second base.
Just getting felt up by the bugs. Yeah. That's not fun. That's not cool.
And then Gabby had this kind of the same experience.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and finding the rings I thought was a good like overtime kind of like thing.
But I like that they made them just straight up, just regular small gold rings that makes them harder to find, right? They're not like big gaudy rings or anything. They're just small gold.
I mean, they were digging for those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool, man. That was definitely good.
I don't know if I could have done that either.
I'm hoping like there's a future one where they have to eat something.
Yeah,
no, dude.
I don't know about bugs, but like nasty thing.
Yeah.
But
I feel like a couple of these, I might be blending this season with a different season or the second season that I watched, one of them had been on Fear Factor.
Oh, one of the people?
Yeah, but it might have been from season 2. And then I'm thinking, like, in some of the challenges that happen in Big Brother, Britney may have done something similar to this, because sometimes in the games and challenges in Big Brother, they have stuff like this. And I guess in Survivor, too. So, Carolyn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sure.
So a couple of them have probably experienced doing stuff like this.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I commend them because I thought more people were going to drop out.
Oh, so
and
did I.
Yeah.
They didn't really. So.
Especially some of the women.
Yeah.
I thought the way some of them were acting, man, I was like, okay, it's only a matter of time for one of them pulls, and none of them did. I was like, damn, that's good.
Well, the reason why Gabby impressed me, because Gabby comes across as a very, like, girly girl, just like, this is not something that she would do.
Most of these women do,
And
right? So
Carolyn, like, I thought she was going to have to pull, like, the Rob situation to kind of support her through it, but I was worried that Carolyn was going to let go, not Gabby,
Right.
because Gabby was just like, we can do this. And then she like, every now and then she squirmed, but then she was like, I'm completely calm. This is
she
fine.
freaked out a minute when the snake got put on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
wow.
feel like the snake was the easiest part of it, but
Yeah.
When
different
Brittany,
things for
that
different
snake
people.
was like crawling across
Oh,
her face. I would have been like, I'm out.
Yeah, so I mean, it was cool. And then they go and they're scheming it again, and Rob is sowing seeds on Britney. Some
Well,
more.
because remember, half the people, the people that stuck it out, because after the competition, since most of them stuck it out, they had to do the sudden death, they did the ring. And after that, half of them got freaking shields now, right? So there's only, how many people now? Only 6
But I
people?
mean, shields doesn't impact the round table.
No,
so-
it doesn't. But at the end, though, I mean, there's only 6 people now that can get kicked out of 12. So that's,
Well, I think it was funny
it was
because
big to get a shield in this one.
Brittany brought up, and when they're driving back in the cars, she brought up, Rob again. But it was funny because I think both Carolyn and Danielle were in that car. So she's like, pitching, like, what are we talking at the round table? And like half the car is like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and this is a tough moment for Carolyn and Danielle because they want Rob out, but they just they don't want him to really know it. So it's
Why
like,
did
do
they
we
want
go
Rob out?
this
They
way?
reset, remember?
Yeah.
Did a reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want Rob out. They're a team now.
And honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't know why Carolyn wants Rob out because at the end of the day, her and Rob got along better than her and Danielle did, I thought. So, I mean, I think had Carolyn stuck it out with Rob, she'd have probably been better off than sticking it out with Danielle.
Rob's hard to trust, right?
Well, they all are.
Rob is hard to trust.
Rob's, I mean, this is what he does. He sucks you in, he gets you to trust him, and then he stabs you in the back. So,
Well,
like,
and that's part of the
probably what
problem.
she's
Like
at.
him getting rid of Bob the drag queen, like that broke the Traitors,
Yeah.
where now they're not on the
Yeah.
same team, voting the same way and everything else. So.
Yeah.
But it was a good move, but maybe that came back to bite him in the end. So, but anyways, they're at the round table, and Dylan opens it up, and he's telling the same story he's been telling the whole time, and like lays it out there, like between Rob and Britney.
And then he's like, Rob, we've already heard your side, so Brittany, tell us yours. And Brittany's like, I'm not a traitor.
I'm a faithful. Like, she just repeats it. And
Yeah, I mean, she didn't have a whole lot to say about it, but I mean, everybody listened to her. But then Sam comes out
she
and
didn't
says,
need to. She, in her mind, she's done nothing that's
Right.
traitorish,
Yeah.
and she's not a traitor. So how do you defend it? I'm just
Sometimes I think talking less helps you a
I
little
think
too.
so, because then Sam immediately chimes in too, and he's saying the same crap about Rob. And then Ciara's like, well, why, Rob just defended all this crap last night. Why is he gonna do it again? And Sam's like, I want to hear him do it again.
And Rob wanted to do it
Rob
again.
does his thing. He puts on the little master
Oh,
class of trying to convince people, and
Yeah.
even
And
though it doesn't
He's
go the way he
so-
wants,
He
It
is
was
so
still
good.
amazing.
he thinks through
yeah, he does.
everything.
Yeah.
His spiel was dead on, and he was like, look, man, I get it. He was like, those two guys, they both felt that they were both faithful, so they were like still thinking that at least one of us is a traitor, so they teamed up against me, and here we are. And I was like, damn,
And
that was
they
good.
panned to Carolyn's face, and she's like, man, he is good.
I wish I could do that.
Yeah, he
Exactly.
is good. And then, like, even Brittany, she's sitting there going, yep, he's good.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I don't think he could have said anything here, but he certainly tried.
oh he did, man.
I mean, he even had Britney admitting like she's a fool, essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
He's so smart. He's like, I'm complimenting you. She's like, no, I'm the dummy here.
I've been wrong so many times, Rob.
She's like, it's great. Appreciate it. Thanks. This is a misfire. It's not me.
Yeah.
And then it comes down to the votes, And,
and it seemed like he was pretty safe at first. You know, it was they only had 2, and they was kind of spreading it around, and then all of a sudden it just piled on.
I thought he might survive this, but I was like, what's it going to be like when Britney's voted out and then she says she's a faithful? Then it's like, how many times are you going to fall for this? And I think that's the issue. Rob, he can only do his magic so many times.
And Britney pointed that out. She's like, we will be here tomorrow night doing the same thing.
I think that was smart.
Tom and Britney both did. Tom said it, and then Britney's like, yeah, same thing. So.
And then Dylan, when he voted for Gabby, because he's like, he sold that Rob wasn't a traitor.
Chrishell too, right?
And he's like, and Britney, you were convincing. So I'm just.
I mean, there were some throwaway votes here. I really don't like that. Like, come on, man. Like, figure something out. Yeah, be bold.
Chrishell did her throwaway. She said, "Look, I don't think either I don't think either one of these is a traitor. So I'm just gonna throw away and do a Tom vote like she always does." So.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and to me, the most interesting votes here were Danielle and Carolyn. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Which, had they not voted for him,
it would have tied. I think
it was either tied or he would have been safe.
Yeah,
so
I think it would have tied, and then there had to be.
I don't think he would have been safe.
Yeah, I think it would have tied it if they'd have been with.
Because there was only one other vote for him.
Well, I think the last 3 votes
were all Rob.
They said like if he gets one of these, he's out. Yeah. So
that was Danielle.
Yeah, so if it was 2 the other way, he may have still been out.
But then there were still
because if they had voted for Britney, because that would have been 2 more on Britney, 2 less for him.
Yeah, but then there was another Rob in that one too. So.
Yeah, so it's Rob. He is banished.
Yeah, and dude, and the cool thing about Rob, we were talking about this, whereas Wes was just an asshole about it when he left. Rob knows it's a game, right? Rob knows it's a game. He played it like a game, and he was like, "Guys, this was amazing.
He's the ultimate gamer.
Awesome." Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was classy about it. It was just, and he was like, "Hey, kudos, guys. It was great." So I thought it was really cool.
And a lot of people are feeling good. I feel like Tom thinks he's the one who slayed the dragon, gets all the credit. He's like, I did this.
You guys see that?
He's like, people are taking me seriously now. And I was like, I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't think you orchestrated anything.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But see, some people have it out for Tom too, and I'm not really sure why. They just, they just don't like him.
Yeah, I think that's personal vendettas there.
Exactly
yeah.
So now the traitors have to murder someone face to face.
Yeah. When it's funny, when they mention that at the table, you see Danielle's look, because she's probably figuring, how the hell is this going to work if I'm one of the ones that's up for killing, right?
So Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Carolyn. Yeah, Carolyn was like, wait, I'm doing what?
She's like, huh? Someone explain this to me.
Which is what she looks like most of the time anyway.
Yeah.
But that actually worked out really well for her, because she had that puzzled look on her face, and she was sincere about it. She was like, "Oh, she must." She's
and
good.
then in the after chat, she's like, "What time are we supposed to go? Like, are we supposed to walk down?" Like, she's all very confused about what's going to happen to her and everything. So, I don't think anyone suspects her whatsoever.
No.
I honestly,
no.
And I'm not sure who suspects Danielle, even though they all should, and she's given many reasons for them to.
I mean, when Rob
they
left,
just bypass that.
Yeah, when Rob left, he flat out was like, "Look, dude, Carolyn, she should have stuck it with me. She'd have been all right." But he's like, Danielle's playing a horrible game as a traitor. She's just playing horrible altogether. And I agree with him. She has not been. At very first, she was playing pretty well, but then after episode 2 or so, everything went downhill, and she's played like crap. So I can't believe she's still around.
It'd be interesting next week if anyone circles back to Danielle.
Right. I don't think neither one of them are going to be on the radar. I think they'd do something silly like go after Tom or something like that. Yeah. And it'd be interesting to see if a new traitor comes.
I'm worried they're going to take out Dylan.
If they take out Dylan, then I'm like, dude, man, a lot of the interesting people are out of the show.
No, you're going to ruin the show for us to watch it.
Most of them are gone now. If Dylan goes, that's going to be bad. That's going to be really bad. And the thing, too, they kill me, too. Like, when the girls were all together and they were talking about, Danielle's tears, I was like, cool, maybe they're going to piece something together here and be like, that's shady. And not.
Just not showing us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of getting the sense because, just no one's talking about Danielle as often as they should, especially, that one time where she really screwed up. So.
Yeah. And then
Jeremy was on to her, and that's all forgotten.
Every day at the table, she's she's shaking, and I mean, she looks like somebody jonesing for something. You know what I mean?
No kidding.
I don't know. It just seems overly dramatic in some way.
Because Dylan was on to her at first with Jeremy, and then all of a sudden that just disappeared, and I'm like, what the hell, man? Even after all the shady stuff she's done, I was like, these people are just clueless, man.
But they're in the turret, and they're really happy with themselves since Rob's gone, because they've been waiting for this moment.
Yeah.
So.
Now they're all happy-go-lucky, and they're they're girls again.
I
think they're still leery of each other because Carolyn's I don't know.
Danielle says, "I got you," and she's like, "I'm with you. I'm protecting you," and Carolyn's like,
but not more than Britney.
Yeah, but then there's Britney, so
she's not buying.
And Karen's like, "No, girl, I got you." She's like, "Yeah, I don't feel it."
Except for Britney.
I got you.
Yeah, but not before Britney.
I thought that was hilarious. Man.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because if she really feels that way, like, why don't she cover that up and then just work on trying to get rid of Danielle or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, because Carolyn just isn't a good player. She just isn't.
She's
I mean,
like
the only thing
she's very open about how she feels.
The only thing that's been
that
saving.
is true.
I mean, but it's worked in her advantage because she's so damn clueless that people are just like, "Oh, Carolyn just sucks. There's no way she's a traitor." Right.
Yeah.
So,
She's in her
She's
favor.
a good game player, though.
yeah, she is. But now here's the question, right? So we know at least this time around they're going to kill somebody. They're going to kill them face to face, and it's just those two. I'm assuming after this thing, then he's going to pick somebody else to be a traitor, right? I'm assuming that's what's going to happen.
Well, no, they get to pick.
Oh, they get to pick
They
who
get
their
to
traitors going to
recruit.
be?
They get to recruit. So
Maybe they don't really kill someone; they become one of them.
I think this,
No, they
based on the
gotta kill
preview, they
somebody.
You
killed
think so?
somebody. They
Or maybe
tell
they'll do
them.
both.
So when I watched season 2, they got when they recruited, they offer like it's the same thing. The person gets a letter in their little dressing room or whatever saying the recruit or they wanted to recruit you. I can't say that word.
Okay.
But they don't have to accept it.
Right.
So they get
They
the
can
letter.
remain faithful?
They can.
But then they can just recruit somebody else after that, right?
Yeah.
Send somebody else a letter?
I think
They
so.
probably rarely
Yeah.
return that down. I would assume.
I don't know. I've only seen one other season, so
Like if they
I know how that one went, but I won't ruin it.
Like
for
if they
you.
got Dylan, if they recruited Dylan, I think that'd be awesome. That'd be cool.
I don't know if Dylan would accept it.
His game
might.
would be completely different. I mean, someone
and-
might pick up on like his change of behavior. Or
Yeah,
something.
he'd have
Well,
to.
he would have to not change his behavior, right? That'd be the ticket.
Yeah, I
That'd-
mean, it'd be
that'd be-
interesting.
that'd be tough.
And I would. The only reason why I kind of like that is I feel like he would remain on the show longer. So,
Right, exactly.
but I actually like him as a faithful.
You know, and right
Yeah.
now nobody even suspects him at all of being a traitor. So if they recruited him, that'd be pretty smart.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's anyone like really devious,
Or
cunning
Ivar.
that hasn't really been chosen yet. You know?
Or if they recruited Ivar, because everybody's like, that guy's just clueless. They'd look at him like they look at Carolyn, like that dude's just clueless. He's faithful. He don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who are they gonna kill? Who is it?
I'm hoping it's not Dylan, man.
I'm hoping it's not
hope
Dylan.
it's not
But I was hoping they didn't kill Derrick last night either.
Yeah.
And they did, so.
I mean, that was big because Wes and Derrick left like
Now-
back to back.
now-
Those are two big.
Now, here's the thing. I'm curious if they're going to kill another, like, it's two females. So are they going to kill another woman, or is it really between Tom and Dylan here? I don't know. So that's one thing I'm curious about, too. Like, because, I mean, if Tom goes, whatever. I mean, who cares? But if Dylan goes, that's going to suck.
Yeah.
So he's just getting the respect. Come on.
Tom can't go after he just took out Boston Rob.
They're just starting to listen to him, Billy.
I know, right?
Jeez.
All right. Well, I thought this was a pretty good episode too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm worried about where it's going forward because Rob has been such a big part of the show.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
it's going to just be different without him. You know, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, he has been doing a lot of carrying the show the last couple episodes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, there you have it, folks. Let us know what you thought about this episode. What'd you think about that? Could you last the bugs in your hands and the snakes on your face and all that crap?
Snakes on your face. No.
Oh, yeah, she had them all up in her nose almost.
No.
And, stuff, right? And hey, as always, we love doing this, guys. We love chatting with you, and we will check you guys on our next review.
Bugs.
I can't hold hands with someone for 8 minutes.
That's fair.
I'd be like, I'm out because the bugs know.
This shit is awkward. I can't do it.